Hey everybody, this is WeaponX SJ. This is going to be a vlog slash update slash pickups of things and some cool stuff I did this past weekend that I'm going to share in my vlog today. So here we go. It's going to be a vlog update. First I want to update my channel. I just did Sunset Riders Let's Play. It's one of my favorite games on Sega Genesis. Check it out if you haven't. It's a really fun game, Contra style shooting, cowboys and stuff. But as for an update on my channel, people have been wondering my Warcraft lore 101 classes I do. The next one, as a lot of people know, is going to be Arthas, and I am done with the book. The next couple videos I have on my channel are going to be the 101 on Arthas. So get ready for that. It's going to be in the next week, within the next week. So everyone, LOD 100, all the other people who are interested in the Warcraft lore, Arthas 101 coming. The book is done. It was awesome. Highly recommend. Let's do some pickups. I got just 3 games here, or 4, that I picked up in the past 2 weeks or so since my last vlog. I went to the flea market. I bought one game on eBay and bought one at a play and trade store. First one, I'll do my eBay purchase. It's a game I had when I was a kid. I always liked it and I've been meaning to buy it for a long time. It's a game I don't hear of that often. A lot of people maybe didn't play it as a kid, but me and my brother had it when we were kids, and we loved it. And I think it sports some of the best graphics ever on NES, like the animations of this little mouse. I'll just say his name, Jerry. It's a Tom and Jerry game. There you go, Tom and Jerry for NES. The ultimate cat and mouse game, it says on it. The animations for Jerry are crazy, the way he runs, and when he stops, he comes to like a sliding stop, and it's pretty smooth graphics and everything, and the sprites are really huge. Like when you fight Jerry, he's just like a huge cat on the screen. Like, so that just pops his head in and you gotta attack his head. Anyways, it's a platformer. Reminds me a lot of like platformer. Lots of different settings. You're small and you go through a house the whole time. Oh, there's a cool aspect. I'm trying to think of other games. If you know it, leave it in the comments. Other games that have the system, like if you're playing an NES game, it has the system itself in the game. Like if you're in some kid's house in the game and you look in his living room, you see the NES system while you're playing NES. So like Jerry's a small mouse, and you go through the kitchen. You gotta climb the kitchen sink or whatever, or you're in the wall and you gotta avoid spiders in the wall. So you're miniature, and all the things in the house are huge, just like the game Monster in My Pocket. But there's a point where you're walking through the living room or whatever, and you walk by an NES that's all huge on screen, and you're just a little mouse walking by this huge NES. So it's kind of cool. I spent a little too much time on that. Let's do the other games. The rest of these games are like corporate sponsorship up the ass, but they're great games. The first one is called The Adventures in Magic Kingdom. Although I haven't played this much, I just saw it a lot on eBay and I just saw it at the flea market and I wanted to pick it up. But you go to Disney World itself. You actually go to Disney World. Mickey Mouse and Goofy lose the keys to the main castle in the Magic Kingdom, and you got to go find them. And you go to each ride. You can go to the Haunted Mansion, the Pirates of the Caribbean, and each ride is like a little mini level, and you got to find all the keys. And it's a pretty cool storyline. You talk to Mickey, bring the keys, kind of top-down Zelda-like, and then you each level's like a mini game, and that's how you get the keys. So Disney's Adventure in Magic Kingdom, picked it up at the flea market when I went there to buy some produce one day. This I also picked up at the flea market. One of my favorite games as a kid, totally weird. It's called Yo Noid. This is the Domino's mascot. For those of you that don't know, Domino's mascot back in the day. So this was based on him. And this is one of the best platformers on the NES. Like, I loved it. Me and my brother loved it. There's these mini games in between levels where you have a pizza eating contest with this other guy. It's kind of like a card battle-like game. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Turn-based. And you got to eat more pizzas than him, basically. One of the best skateboarding levels in NES is in this game. It's like the second level, I think, or third maybe, the third world. You got to skateboard around, avoid bad guys and stuff. Yo Noid on the NES. Really good platformer. The last one is a Sega Genesis game I got in a play and trade. Again, corporate sponsorship up the ass. It's Cool Spot. Now this is Cool Spot was the logo for 7-Up, the little spot that's in between the 7 and the word up in the 7-Up soda. It's based on him, and this is a really good platformer. Like, I know it's like corporate sponsored, blah blah blah, probably made just to make money, but Virgin Entertainment made this game, and it's one of the best platformers on Genesis, I think. It's also on Super Nintendo. It's called Cool Spot. It's really good. You got to collect a bunch of things. Reminds me a lot of like Ristar, even though I never played that game. But when I look at it, it looks like that type of cartoony-like platformer. Really well animated for its day. Way back in the day, the animations were great. So those are the game pickups I had. So there you go. A fun thing I did this past weekend I want to share with everybody. I went to SuperCon, which is like a really small comic book convention here in San Jose, California. It's San Jose's Comic-Con. It's really small. But it's awesome. I went last year for the first time, first convention I ever went to. I went again this year. This year I dressed up as Wolverine. Last year I dressed up as Bishop from X-Men. Bishop with the M on his face. He's a black guy, even though I'm not black. That's who I dressed up as. And I'll show you some pictures of that, along with some pictures that I want to show. I gotta talk a lot, so I still have time to show the pictures, so I gotta talk fast. Some crap I picked up there, it's not game related. This is Airborne. This is a movie I hella like. It's one of Jack Black's first movies and Seth Green's first movies. I watched it a lot when I was a kid. Me and brother like recorded it off the TV or something, and they used to play it a lot on like TNT and TBS. And it's basically like a comedy about this guy from California. He's got to move to the Midwest for a little bit, where there's no waves. You know, he can't surf, and people make fun of him, but he's different. But it's this awesome rollerblading movie, and he's got to like become friends with all the people there, and this huge, super long rollerblade race at the end. It's epic. Anyways, this doesn't exist on DVD. This is a bootleg. It's not even in the CD jacket. It's like in a different language, a DVD jacket. But anyways, I picked that up because this guy was just selling hella bootleg DVDs. Last year I picked up the entire 90s cartoon of X-Men and the entire 90s cartoon of Spider-Man from the same guy. So he sells bootleg DVDs at this comic book convention. Also, there's a Marvel Encyclopedia that came out around 2003, I don't know. I bought the first two a long time ago. First one was just a Marvel Encyclopedia, just with all the Marvel characters. It's just got information on everything. And the rest of the ones in the series were like about specific people. Like Volume 2 is X-Men. And I bought that a long time ago. And they had the rest of them there and I decided to buy them all. I got all but the Marvel Knights edition. Volume 3 was the Incredible Hulk. They all came with like jackets like this, but the actual hardcover looks way cooler. So like this is like the paper jacket that was around it, but this is the hardcover that's on it. So it's Marvel Encyclopedia Incredible Hulk. This is Volume 3. Shows Bruce Banner turning into the Hulk right there. Pretty cool cover. Got this comic book convention really cheap. 4 was Spider-Man. Volume 4 of the Marvel Encyclopedia Spider-Man. Pretty awesome cover. So I got that too. Number 5 was the Marvel Knights one. Marvel Knights is like Daredevil, Punisher, Blade, this newer kind of comic book based on them, a darker comic book. I didn't get that one, so I don't have that one. But then Volume 6 was Fantastic Four, and there's the Fantastic Four there. That's the ship that they got turned into because of all the radiation up in space, turned them into the Fantastic Four. So those are some cool pickups. And also, it's just a lot of booths, a lot of gaming-related things, a lot of anime-related things. I don't know anything about anime, I don't really like it. But they had free giveaways and stuff, and I got this Gears of War poster. It's a pretty long poster from top to bottom. But I think it's promoting a comic book that's coming out, or may already be out, I don't even know. And then also, I entered in the costume contest, and I won an award. One of the judges liked me, so blow, SuperCon, Judge's Choice Award. And the person that hosted the costume contest was named Jane Weedland, who's from the Go-Gos. She was also in The Surreal Life on VH1. Anyway, she's not that huge a celebrity, but she was really cool, and she hosted it last time too when I dressed up as Bishop. And I got her autograph, and she said I was a hot Wolverine. She says that I was her favorite because I was sexy Wolverine or whatever, which is super fun. And she's super fun when she hosts a comic book costume contest at the convention. So that's Jane Weedland. I got her autograph and everything there. She's from the Go-Gos. Look her up. She was on Surreal Life. And she's coming out with a comic book soon that she's writing. She was promoting there. So anyways, that's what's going on. Shit, I talk too much. I'm not going to have that much time to show pictures. But I'm going to try to edit it down. Show some pictures from the convention. So, that's it. That's my update. Expect Wrath of the Lich King, Arthas 101 soon. F it.
Alright, so here's some pictures from SuperCon. It's a comic book convention. It has a lot of booths, sells comic-related stuff, just like you're seeing here. These guys sold a bunch of cards. I bought a bunch of Marvel cards from them. This is Bishop. This is who I dressed up as last year. This is how I know him from like the 90s. But recently they draw him with a shaved head, so I figured I can pull him off. So I decided to dress up as Bishop. The reason I decided is because I had this huge Nerf gun, this gun here, and it reminded me a lot of the guns that Bishop and Cable would have in the Marvel comics. So I was like, I want to dress up as Bishop. So I did last year. But this year I dressed up as Wolverine. It was really fun. This kid was awesome right here. One of my highlights of the show, I wanted to get a picture with him. He was dressed as Wolverine too. Some video game characters right there. That's Link. And then Kirby here. I murdered Kirby. There's also a chick dressed as Lara Croft. Yeah, so there's Wolverine, Lara Croft right there. She was hot. Got Punishers, a bunch of comic book people in costume. A lot of these people were in the costume contest as well. There's Joker and Harley Quinn. They had awesome costume. This guy had his own costume. He made up like a dark Jedi character. Lightsaber was awesome. Jane Whelan, she hosted the costume contest. It was hella fun. She's from the Go-Gos. I mentioned that earlier. So she hosted the thing. There's me on stage. I went up on stage and asked if I wanted a mic as I was walking up. So I was like, sure, I'll take one. I didn't know what to do, so I just started striking poses and stuff. I actually said this into the mic. I was like, I apologize for the shitty Wolverine movie, and I'm really sorry for what they did to Deadpool. And it got a laugh, and it was kind of funny. So then the judges deliberated. They picked like best in show and all that stuff, but each judge got to pick their own winner, and I was this guy's favorite, so I won a Judge's Choice Award. It was pretty awesome. After that, we went outside, took group pictures for like the official photographer of the show, and then I went back inside, got Jane Whelan's autograph, and talked to her some more because she was awesome, and she made the show lots of fun to be in.